and it's a non-absorbent paper. I have a little bit of water in my plate and my trusty OAS small flow brush. Take a little bit of ink. And in this case, it's just a little bit of an ink cake here. Right. I'm going to blend it on my plate that has my blue-green, just a little bit off to the side here. You see that? Let's see that the tip of my brush has the darker color and then blending out into clear water. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some excess on my plate and create a little cloud formation for you. Can you see that I'm pointing my brush towards me? So that tip that's got the darker tone, that's going to fade into the light color. Right? And in my mind's eye, I see those upside down U-shaped cloud formations, right? I'm going to create like a dimple. So I'm going to press my brush down and get some color on the brush, on the paper. And then I'm pushing out. Now bear in mind that my paper is not very absorbent. I've chosen it for that. If you have a lot more absorbent paper, it's going to spread more. There. And you deliberately chose this non-absorbent paper so that you can see me laying down my strokes. And pushing. Okay. And you can take another brush with put some clear water on it. And then push with your brush to make above here more muted, right? And that's if you're using a less absorbent paper, right? So that's it. These are the tops of the clouds. Now we'll do the bottoms. And the tops of the clouds have more height to them. Usually the bottoms of the clouds, if we're doing cloud in the sky, they're a little flat. But if we're doing this as mist, we can have it go any way we want. So now I've put the tip facing into the area, into my clean paper, holding my brush tip towards the top. And then coming in more quickly if you're using an absorbent paper quickly before it gets absorbed too much. And moving your clear brush in. You have lots more time to futz with stuff if you are using a non-absorbent paper, right? And then you can take your brush here and even a smaller brush and do a little dimples here to show layers. So I want to have another layer of cloud here. And just dimple it, hold my brush down, and do a little fan shape. And to create a mini cloud. Yeah, like that. Or I can hold it face up or even a little bit to the side. Make a little dimpling. And more and more. And now that I've gotten a little bit of my color off my brush, I can create another layer of clouds here. So mist. See that? So that's what we will get with a fairly non-absorbent paper. I'm going to pause a minute and come back and show this with absorbent paper. Now I have more absorbent paper and still with my OAS small flow brush, and I've loaded it with some ink right there at the tip. Going to take out any excess, blend it a little bit, get the excess, and go back into the tip and add some black. So go from black to gray to clear tones. And I'm remembering what the cloud looks like in my mind's eye that I just painted, drew out in outline form. And so the tip of my brush is going to be drawing that outline, but the rest of my brush here is going to be painting in the different tones. So I'm going to start with the dimple, and this would be facing you, tip pointing towards yourself, and doing these little V-shaped dimples. And laying my brush down kind of horizontally. Blending. And notice how starts to absorb and bleed pretty darn fast, as opposed to what we just did with the non-absorbent paper. Now, when this dries, you know, ink dries like 50% lighter. So it looks very, very dark here at the moment. But when it dries, it'll be much more subtle. Okay. Remember, I take a clear brush and we can push some of these edges in, right, with a clear damp brush. And when this dries, it's you won't be able to see the this definition so much. And you can also do circular or semicircular movements with your brush so it looks more cloudy. Okay. And then if we're doing a cloud, remember, cloud would be flatter at the bottom. But if we're doing mist, we can make it move any way we want. So I can even do little dimple shape here, coming in from the side as I please. And this time my brush is pointing towards the edge of the paper. And now it's pointing towards the top of the paper. I can come in and make that little dimple. Another layer here, a little dimple shape. Having an individual cloud formation here. I accidentally dipped it into some blue, which is fine, because we might want to show the blue of the mountain behind our cloud, or our mist, or our fog. And that's how we do cloudy shapes. All right, let's see if I can get another layer up here. Dimple down. Create a little shape. Soften that edge. Come in with a wet brush and make it less prominent looking. Not bad for just a demo. Okay,